Hello everyone, and thanks so much for joining me. In today's video, I wanted to share with you what you should do if your internet on your PlayStation 4 keeps intermittently disconnecting and how you can create a super stable connection so that you can optimize your multiplayer experience. As always, if you guys enjoy this video and you find it helpful, please be sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe so that you can always stay up to date on my latest videos. Let's get right into it. I noticed this with Call of Duty Modern Warfare, where when I first got it and I updated the first couple seasons, what I found happening was I would get into the game and my internet would all of a sudden just drop off to the point where I wouldn't even be in a party with friends anymore. My PlayStation Store wouldn't pull up on the bottom. I couldn't see in my feed what friends were doing. It would just all say, connect to the internet, you're not on the internet anymore. But I did a whole host of things to try and fix this problem, and I want to share with you the least aggressive approach to what did work for me, as well as the most aggressive approach to see if which one works for you best. What you first want to do is if it's just a one-off problem, this has never happened on a game before for you and it just kicks you offline, what you want to do is you simply want to just close the application and go back into it again. Now that sounds really funny and almost stupid, but sometimes doing something as simple as just manually closing the application or the game and going back into it will in fact fix the issue. If you don't know how to do that already, so say you want to close Call of Duty as an application, what you want to do is you want to go over to the application or hit the home button so that you go back to the home screen when you're in the middle of the game. And then you want to hit the options button and you'll see a pane come over from the right over here. And then there will be an option that reads out close application. Now it doesn't say that for me right now because I'm not in the game, as you can see, but it will show up if you're in the middle of the game. Another thing you want to do, and this is a less aggressive approach, is you want to just simply reset the console or restart it. And the way to do that is to hold the home button and then go over to down where it says power. And then what you want to do is you want to restart your PS4. And what that does is it closes all your applications and then restarts the internal software of the PlayStation 4 and goes back into the home screen once again. You go back into the game again, and sometimes that does work, and it did for me. The next approach is to fully shut off your PS4. And what you want to do here out of safety is you fully want to shut off your PS4, make sure that it's fully powered down, and then what you want to do is you actually want to unplug the outlet from the back of the unit and then wait about a minute or so and then plug it back into the AC cable so that you get power to the unit again. Once you get that AC power to the unit again, you want to slowly start it back up, turn on the PlayStation, and then go back into the game again. I found this works for me sometimes, and this is a more aggressive approach, and you don't want to find yourself doing this over and over again. So hopefully, you only have to do that once. It worked for me once, just trying to tinker around and figure out what works best. Here's another interesting trick that I found that worked for me. If you change your internet settings, say you're on easy when you connect to the internet, and I'll show you where that is on here. So if you go under settings and you set up your network connection under here, and then you go under setup internet connection, and if you just go the easy route and you went to easy to just have the PlayStation 4 do everything by itself, sometimes it makes that connection unstable based on the way it's connecting to your router, the way it's talking to game servers online depending on the game. And actually what I found is if you can start off one of two ways, and I recommend the least aggressive approach first just to see if that fixes the issue. You want to do a custom, and then you can actually duplicate all of the easy default settings. So here you would say, IP address, I keep it as automatic. I do not specify the DHCP. I automatically have the PS4 choose the DNS for me. Keep MTU settings automatic and don't use a proxy server. And that can work for you, but what I recommend even more is to tinker with certain DNS settings, and I actually recommend some really good ones, and I'll link to that YouTube video in the description below. I highly recommend you watch that video along with 2 other videos that I also published. One being how to change your NAT type, and the other being how to segment your Wi-Fi so that you're either on a 2.4 gigahertz radio band or 5 gigahertz radio band on your router if you have the PlayStation 4 Pro like I'm on right now, or the PlayStation 4 Slim. I recommend you watching that all in the videos below to fully optimize the way that your PlayStation 4 is connecting to the internet and keeping it stable for you in the long run. Finally, the most aggressive approach that I would recommend to you is to fully delete a game. So if it's in a certain game that you're experiencing this drop off, like I did with Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and this actually worked for me too, I recommend you fully delete the game off of your hard drive so that there's no more data left from that game, and then reinstall it back on your hard drive. And for some weird reason, it was only with Call of Duty for me where the internet was dropping off, because as I was playing multiplayer on other games such as like Grand Theft Auto, it wouldn't drop off at all. So I found when the issue was only with Call of Duty in my case, that I fully deleted the game off my hard drive and reinstalled it again. I know it's a massive file size and it takes forever to reinstall, but you know, I kept patient. I did it overnight and got back into it, and that actually worked for me. And I recommend, if it's happening to you on a certain game, that you try that out, but only as a last resort, because it does take a long time. Hopefully that works for you too. And that's it for this video. If you guys liked this video and you found it helpful, please be sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe so that you can always stay up to date on my latest videos. I'll see you guys in the next one.